Hi, it's Angela here. I just wanted to make a quick video for everyone to kind of explain what it is that I do for a living. Not everybody really knows what it is that I do, so I just wanted to explain that way you have a better idea so you could decide whether or not this is something that maybe you want to try. So it's called quantum healing hypnotherapy, or quantum healing hypnosis technique, QHHT. It was developed by the late Dolores Cannon, and she was a hypnotherapist, a past life regression hypnotherapist for 45 years and did ufology research for about 25 years. She didn't get into that until the late 80s, but it kind of goes along with everything else that she was doing. She was able to discover a lot of information through her work and her method of hypnotherapy. She worked on developing this technique and fine-tune it to where she has it today, to where it's being taught all over the world for people to learn. I discovered her in 2014. I came across an article written by Collective Evolution, and it was about her, and I read it and was blown away. And so then I decided to Google her, and so I did. I Googled her, and I found a video that was on YouTube. It was about a 2-hour video, and it was called Dolores Cannon Presents Moving into the New Earth. And I watched the entire video and was sold on what I listened to. So I decided to purchase her books. And I read about 11 of her books in a 3-month period of time. And in the books that I've read, I've learned a tremendous amount of information. A lot of it was stuff that kind of validates everything that I had thought in my own mind, theories that I came up with myself, questions that I had about things growing up. This goes all the way back to when I was a small child. I've had many beliefs as far as that goes as a little child. I first learned about the aliens. Well, actually, I should say I first started believing or recall believing in aliens from when I was really little, because I had an experience where I thought I saw a UFO on the side of a mountain when I was really little. And this was before my brother was born, so I couldn't have been more than 4 years old. And I don't know what it was. It could have been just lights on the side of the mountain. It could have been anything. But my little brain thought it was an alien spacecraft. And I just remember that. I've always been interested in ghosts and have always watched Unsolved Mysteries and looked forward to the episodes that would have the sections with hauntings in it. And those would be my favorite ones because I was so interested in ghosts, and growing up Catholic, they never believed in that stuff and never talked about it. So I always wondered where in the world the aliens fit into everything, and I have that answer now. Dolores Cannon was able to find out so much about it all, about the aliens, about myths and legends that have been talked about all over the world. Like mysteries of universe, a lot of theories and laws of physics that don't apply here that she's discovered, that they've talked about. So many things. She's got a whole series on the convoluted universe, and that in itself says a lot. It's convoluted, and it very much is so. So, like I said, she's found all these answers. She's come across people that have regressed to lifetimes where Jesus Christ was alive, Yeshua. And one of them, particularly the man that went back to that lifetime, was one of his teachers in the Essene community. And he taught him during a short period of time as a young Ben Joseph. So that book is amazing, and it goes through his whole life from what Sudi was able to relay from his interpretation, from his perspective. And even after Sudi passed away, he was able to recall, or look into rather, what was going on with Jesus in his life from the other side, from the astral side. And he was able to kind of give an explanation about things that might be misinterpreted now. Well, that are misinterpreted. So Anyways, so because of Dolores' work, I decided immediately after reading her stuff that since this is answering all my questions and things that I already knew about, especially about the mind and how it creates our ailments or our sicknesses and stuff, I know why now, I know how it works, but I was right about that. I knew that since I was a little kid. I remember living in my first house, remembering, or thinking rather, of how the mind is so powerful and it has to be the culprit behind our ailments and our sicknesses and stuff. So, well, I was right, and it is true. And so now I am in a position where I can help show people that. I can help show what truly lies within, that we are so much bigger than what we think. I mean, it's so much bigger than we can even imagine. And this little 3D reality of ourselves is just a fraction of what we really are on a huge quantum level. We are everything because our consciousness is creating it. Our consciousness as a collective creates our entire world. So we all agree it exists, so there it is. It's here, and that's how it is for our reality. Our thoughts become reality. And it's not just for our outside world, but internally as well. And this happens on a cellular level. And through the cells, the thoughts that we have in our mind go into each cell, and each cell will transform or not. The way that works is the thought, let's just use negative for example. If a negative thought goes into our mind, then the thought becomes an emotion, and the emotion becomes an action. And then on a cellular level, the thought enters the cell membrane and goes into the inside of the cell where it becomes an emotion, and that emotion then goes into the nucleus of the cell where the DNA is stored, and therefore mutates or changes the DNA completely if it's a negative thought form at first. So that's how disease is formed. The negative thought form literally transforms your DNA into a disease. And depending on the location of the body, it relates to the aspect of your life where this negative emotion is coming from. So it all ties together, and with quantum healing hypnotherapy, you're able to figure that out. Your subconscious mind will bring forward what you need to know and what you need to understand and be able to let go or put behind you or move past. And depending on whether or not it's appropriate, because sometimes there's karma involved, and if there's karma involved, maybe it's not right for the healing to happen right then. So there's an appropriateness level that is always there with the higher self of the individual. So if it is appropriate for the healing to take place, if the message was understood, or maybe it was in a past life and it's kind of kept repeating, and now it's understood and it's okay to let go of it, then the body will heal itself instantly. Some things might take a little more time than others because of maybe the severity of whatever happened, but over time, over maybe a few days or whatever, however long it takes, it will go away, because the body does have to release and remove what was created, because it did create it and it can take it away. And no matter the modality, that's actually what happens. Your higher self is making an agreement with your conscious mind that this modality is what you need for this to heal. So that's why not everything works. That's why it doesn't always work. Like if you go to the doctor and they give you some medicine for something that's affecting you, and say maybe it works for a little while but then it comes back. Well, that's because you didn't quite get the message. Maybe you didn't understand it fully, or you just didn't get it, and so it's going to come back. It could happen with a sore leg or something like that. It's like maybe you can get over it for a minute, but then you're repeating something to where it's going to hurt again. So it kind of just depends on if you get the message or not, or and through the modality that you use, it depends on your higher self and your conscious mind making that agreement that this will work for you. That's why not everything works for everyone, but the hypnosis does. It'll work. And the only way that it won't work is if you stop it from working. You're the only person that can hold yourself back from the experience. And that's fear, and that's your ego that makes that wall available that will hold you back from having the full experience of it. So if you're willing to completely let go and just allow the process to happen, then it will be wonderful, it'll be magical, and it's extraordinary. You can get so much information out of it, you can learn so much about yourself and have full understandings of why certain things are the way they are in your life. Maybe things are repeating, maybe you're just, maybe your finances aren't always great, maybe there's a reason. It could be anything that you might be questioning, but you can find out why. Maybe you've had an experience as a child that you don't understand. You want to go back and you want to understand it better. Maybe you have a relationship with somebody that you don't quite understand that you want to know more too. So anything can be asked. Anything. This is a level of consciousness that is beyond anything in this world. It is above and beyond this world. It's universal consciousness. It's the most loving force on earth, and it is so willing to work with the individuals that want help and want it to work for them. You have the power to do this for yourself. If you want to learn, how to listen to your body, how to heal yourself, you can. Anybody can. There's no exceptions. You're the only exception to it if you create that for yourself. If you put that wall up, if you say, I'm scared, or I don't want to know, or some fear-based reason to block yourself, that's the only way it can happen, because our brains work the same no matter who you are. You're a human being. We go through the same brainwave states every single day, and the brainwave state that I work in is theta. And theta is REM when you're dreaming. You also go through theta when you're about to fall asleep, when you're about to see you start to see pictures in your mind, when you're falling asleep. That's it. That's theta too. So REM is theta. It's also called the subnomulus level. It's the deepest level of trance. It's not like traditional hypnosis where you're in alpha and there's a little bit of conscious mind and ego still present there. This isn't suggestive hypnosis where suggestions are put into your mind that you're going to be doing certain things. No, it's not like that. It's you telling you what's wrong with you is what it is. It's not me telling you anything. It's me helping you by guiding you through it and showing the directions that, or helping guide the directions we need to go through the session to be able to get the answers we're looking for. And I've had some extraordinary experiences, and people have been on some crazy journeys, been some crazy things, learned some crazy things about themselves and about their lives that make so much more sense to them now, and they're so much happier. So I just wanted to kind of explain, what it is that I do, and kind of give you an idea, and if this seems like something that you want to try, I am willing to work with anybody that's wanting to try it, just to learn, see what you are capable of. You don't need a doctor to tell you what's wrong with you. You can tell you what's wrong with you. Just as easy through this method. It's very incredible. I can't even begin to describe. I've had some incredible journeys with people. And of course, I've always got my own vision inside my mind of what they're seeing, but I can never fully see what they're seeing. But it's still just as incredible to hear it and to listen back on the recordings, for them to listen to it back. It's remarkable. So anyways, I'm going to keep this short. 15 minutes is all I can do. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll be trying to make another one about the other couple things that I do. So I will see you again soon. Okay? Take care. Namaste.